So that concludes our report brief today for public health. Next, I'd like to bring up Paul Stamper. He's with the County CEO's office, and he oversees our Business Recovery Task Force to provide you more information on our accelerated Stage 2 reopening and what that means to our businesses. Thank you.
Thank you, Rigo. Good afternoon. I'm Paul Stamper, Deputy Executive Officer with the county. And I want to take a minute to talk directly to our businesses. We've had some really positive steps recently, opening more broadly, and we just are striving to make it as easy as possible for these businesses to register and open. So I want to talk through that just a little bit. There are 3 primary steps that each business needs to do. First, they need to create a written plan. Next, they need to register on our website. And lastly, they need to post our COVID prevention hotline number. That's it. Then you open. Our verification ambassadors may come out and conduct a site visit. And really, this is really about collaboration and coaching. This is a great time to ask questions and get information. They're not out there looking to shut people down. They're there to help. But I want to break this down even further to make it clear how a business can register. So what we're finding is that businesses usually go to our VC Reopen site twice. First, they go there to get all the information and guidance documents that they need. And then they work on their prevention plans and come back when they're ready to register and attest that they're completed. So when you first go to the VC Reopen page, the landing page is going to have information, steps to walk through, and perhaps most importantly, there's a button called Complete the Attestation. Okay, once you click this button, it'll take you to a page where you can simply identify what's your industry or workplace type. And once you click on that, we have direct links to the exact guidance that relates to your industry. That includes both the guidance, the checklist, and in addition, we've added a prevention plan template that we created here at the county to make it even easier. You can use that to create your written plan. That's the one thing that's required before you can open in terms of documentation outside of this website. So you'll go through the process of reviewing that guidance. And the difference between those documents is the guidance is really kind of the playbook of all the things you need to think about as you go through this. Okay, the checklist is just a reminder that you've gone through those. But the template can be used to create your written plan, which actually is how you're going to apply that to your business. Okay, now you can actually use our template or create your own. That's okay, as long as you're following the guidance from the state. And that template, again, is going to include things like how do you implement social distancing, disinfection practices, and it may require thinking about rearranging furniture or signage, things like that. Once that plan is done and you're ready to implement, then you can come back to our VC Reopen site and finish the attestation process. It was really just 5 minutes. What's your contact information? How do we get a hold of you? Who's the person at your site that we can talk to if we have questions about your prevention plans? But we're not even asking you to submit that prevention plan. Our verification ambassadors may be looking at that when they come visit, but we really created a 5-minute registration process. If you still have questions after going to that website, the next thing to do is to call our COVID hotline. We have 844 VC Reopens. We also have an email address, covidcompliance@ventura.org, and there you can get your questions answered. More specifically, I wanted to address a few of the common questions I've been hearing from our business community. One is if you're a very small business and you don't have internet access, you can call our COVID line, schedule an appointment. They will do an over-the-phone registration with you. Also, you'll see some language in the guidance documents that refers to conducting a risk assessment, and there's some questions around what that means. Okay, the process of going through that guidance, thinking about how to apply it, and writing your prevention plan is completing that risk assessment. And lastly, I just wanted to confirm that those ambassadors are really there as a resource for you as well. Don't be afraid to ask questions when they come out and get some guidance. And with that, I'm going to hand it over to our CEO,